Hey YouTube! So, we've got a rather interesting Yamaha up for sale. I owned this a few years ago. If you look back 3, 4 years ago, I probably did a video of it. I sold this to my pal Ivor and now he's selling off some of his stuff. So I said I would pass it on. So I've basically done nothing to it because I'd already done everything it needed done when I sold it to him a couple of years. And it's just put new strings on it. That's about it. So this is an SE150 from 1986. The catalogue is findable online if you just type in Yamaha 1986 guitar catalogue, and then skip past that Vintax, whatever it's called, Vintage Axe site, which charges you money for it. It is available on for free if you look for it. Yamaha proudly presents the newest additions to the critically acclaimed SE series of solid body guitars. The cornerstone of this line is the amazing SE150, a no-nonsense rock and roll instrument which features a vintage style tremolo and a super hot humbucking pickup. It is a really loud pickup, I'll give it that. The new SE250, combination of single coil and humbucker, and then new rockin' magic 2 locking vibrato. The SE350, 2 single coil pickups and 1 humbucker. Okay, so basically you get, there's a few in the range, a 150, a 250 and a 350. This being before the Yamaha numbering system gets standardized, I think. Normally you've got like a 121 will be, it's normally the first number is the series, in this case 1, and then the second number is how many humbuckers, and then the third number is how many single coils. So a 321 would be an HSH, it's got 2 humbuckers and 1 single coil. A 320 would be 2 humbuckers and no single coils, or a 103 would be 3 single coils, kind of thing. So we've only got 1 knob, but this thing is the most amazing colour, and the neck is painted to go with the guitar, which I really like. Now, it did actually tell you what it was made of in this particular catalogue. Where's my cursor? Where's the spec sheet? There was a spec sheet. It's on pickups. Yamaha pickups are designed to perfectly complement the selection of hardware and woods. Single coil pickups, like whatever nonsense, rubbish. Right, where we get to body shape. The SE body shape is human engineered. It's obviously human engineered for superb balance and playing comfort. The top is perfectly contoured for positioning of the right arm, and the back cut is carefully to mould the guitar together with the human body. Neck joint is also cut away, providing unsurpassed access to the upper playing registers. Yeah, so the body, I'm not sure this is a, oh no, Carno. It's a word I don't. It's a word I don't know. It's the resolution of the catalogue has been scanned in is not brilliant. It's all right. It's sort of readable. Compamasperma. Probably, I don't know. It seems to have sperm in the title. Yeah, but it's NATO. 25.5" scale, detachable neck. The wood is of the fingerboard is, no, that's neck wood is NATO. Body is yeah, the wood is Bovinger. I think this might be like is it maybe Italian or something? Whatever it is. Look, it looks like really good rosewood, whatever it is. So it might be some form of rosewood. It's nice and dark and quite well figured though. Miles better than what you would get now in an entry level guitar. The only thing I think's changed is I put a different string tree on it. I put a roller string tree on it. Apart from that, it's all original. Even got the original Yamaha knob, which is just different from everything else. The same as all these Yamahas of this era, because they had their own motorbike manufacturing facility, they made their own bridges. So although this just does look like a strap bridge, it's got a big steel block on the back. You can see that through the holes. It won't be exactly the same. Yamaha have made it themselves, and even like the tuners are. You look at them and you go, "Oh no, it's those shitty type of tuners." It's not those shitty type of tuners. It's Yamaha made versions of them. So they've used really expensive metal rather than crap. There's actually a bit of a dent in the back there. I don't remember that being there when I had it before. See the tip up here? It's maybe not quite as perfect as I thought. I think Ivor did that, wasn't me. Yeah, so give a wee bit of a blast. 4 minutes. I'm going to try and make this video 5 minutes long because I'm selling a few guitars for Ivor, but it's already 5 minutes long, so it's going to be a 10-minute round trip. Using the orange TH30 on the clean channel, which as you can see is overdriving it, so turn the volume down. if I want clean. I feel I want that to be. Doesn't go any further round. Okay. Back pedal. Bad rhythm track there. It's a great guitar. I'm kind of tempted to buy it back myself, to be honest. But I'm so going back to your old job now. I've already I decided to sell it 3 years ago, whatever it was. I sold it, so I'm going to maintain that. At the time, I was really after a one pickup guitar, and then I ended up getting a couple in a trade. That one was one of them, and a West Tone Raider, and a Grant. And it's like for my desire to have a guitar with very little, with one pickup in it, I ended up getting like 3 or 4 in a month. So this one being one of the ones in better condition, it's the one that had to go. But one pickup guitars are brilliant. There is an argument for, I've heard people argue that it's like, if you even, you know, the way of thinking about it is like, well, you can just have like a normal 2 humbucker guitar and just not touch, just keep it set to the bridge position. But there's an argument for like having more magnets under the strings stops the attack a little bit and all that. I don't know whether that's true. What I do know is it makes you play slightly differently, because you're so used to just going, oh, neck pickup for this, but you don't have a neck pickup, so you've got to work out, and you end up working out more. That's a guitar there I use in the band. It's just got one single coil on it and a volume control. It's amazing what you can do just by how you hit it and make the slightest volume control adjustments. You can get a sort of necky. You kind of pick here instead of here. And the difference in turning the volume, that was me turning the volume down to like 9 or 8. Is it big? It's a belter, really is. So yeah, so I'll try to keep this video down a little bit. But I mean, I had this up at my pal Scott's house the other day. Took it to him. It was like a guess what guitar it was, and it has really only concern about it was a bit heavy, which is a bit heavy, but it's not. What, you got an Epiphone Les Paul? No, it's not as heavy as that. My God, no. But it's heavier than what you would expect. But that might be something to do with why it balances so well. I mean, it's absolutely, what was it said? Human ergonomically something to balance perfectly, and it totally is. So, as you might or might not know, the difference, a heavy guitar doesn't make as much difference as an unbalanced guitar. So you can have a guitar that weighs very little, but if it's neck heavy, it's a chore to play because you're constantly holding up the neck, and you end up, therefore it seems very heavy, whereas this one, it's like as soon as you pick it up you go, oh, it's quite heavy, you put it on, you don't notice it ever again. But as I said before, we're looking at Harley Benton's. I've read a really popular video last week. It had like 800 views, whereas normally I get like 100 on a custom PRS custom 24 type Harley Benton. And there's a couple in the comments. So it's a hit. Harley Bentons can be a hidden gem, and the honest truth is no, they're never going to be. No Harley Benton's ever going to be as good as a guitar built like this. It's very basic, I will give it that, but the parts it does have are excellent, right? Which is a good thing. It's made out of really good woods. But the most important thing, it's been built really well, not assembled by somebody who has no idea what a guitar is, who gets paid 10 pence a week. You know, it's a proper. It's a great guitar. Whereas I've played acceptable Harley Bentons. Yeah, it's a pure. But it's great value for money, and it's like it's only 200 quid, and you're like, yeah, the £200 or the £300 Harley Bentons have got expensive stuff put on by someone who's no idea how to put parts, how to build a guitar. So it's like, yeah. Anyway, or you compare it to like a Squire or an Epiphone or something like that. It's miles better. And it's now proper. Was it 1986? So it's like it's 40 odd, nearly 40 years old. And you wouldn't know that. Built like a tank. It's just like great. And if you're man enough to handle having the thing about this one as well is, okay, so you've only got a volume control, so you don't have a tone control or any other pickups to mess with. You do have a tremolo bar though, so that's your only thing to work with. So it's a sort of guitar that you could probably get really good using it. There's a really nice Strat trim on it as well. You could probably get really used to using it because it's the only thing you've got. And I've recently, like, talking about a punk guitar. Even though I decided I didn't like punk, but people keep telling me, showing me punk things. Actually, it's not really what I thought it was. Punk doesn't always mean someone who can't play the guitar. Just go, no, it doesn't matter what chords you play. It's like, you know, Oasis type thing. It's not. It doesn't mean that. You do get good punk music. But a total rock beast from 1986. So that's the era of your Van Halens and all that. That's what this does. And this pickup is an absolute bell. It's basically it's a DiMarzio Super Distortion, isn't it? Well, it's a copy of a DiMarzio Super Distortion. It's kind of what it feels like, what it sounds like. It's really one of the only pickups I know well. Okay, that's me getting interrupted by a phone call from someone who knows I was doing a video. Rock on.